I would love to hear a little bit more about your punk rock days.
That's what everybody wants to hear about, because I write too, and I write on Facebook, and I have a lot of followers because people they know my name is on the record and they track me down. The record I'm referring to is Social Distortion's first record. I got into punk rock, went to a show, somebody brought me to a place, and it was The Damned. And I'd never seen, slam dancing, the mosh pit or anything before, but it looked like fun. And I'm there wearing flip-flops, bare feet. But I just had to. Jumped in, broke my feet, both of them. To this day they have metal in them, but I would do it again if I, had the chance. And I started meeting people, and it ended up that I was friends with the record producers, with the club owners, with the bands, and with just the people. And I would have parties every Sunday, and we put out Social Distortion's first album out of my house. We also had Golden Voice, which is very, very famous for their humongous 3-day concerts now, but at that point they were just bringing bands in from England. If you ever want to be surprised, wake up to a band called Alien Sex Fiend at 3 in the morning in their space costumes, and they're going, "Hi!" And they didn't have any place to stay, so it just came in, But that was our house, and got hired by Posh Boy, a local LA record company, and because I had cred, people would listen to me because they knew I knew people, and so people who were not really punks but wanted to make money off it would listen to me, and then I'd kind of translate what the bands wanted. And anyway, so I started hanging out had a party. Somebody snuck a band called the Adolescents in. It was their first big show. Tony, the lead singer, broke his head open on the mic. The police came and thought this was like early on in, late 70s, thought it was a motorcycle gang had invaded, suburban Orange County, and from all over the county, the cops came. But the bands, came over the house, spent the night, and we were friends like that. They were just kids. I was 21. They were like 14, 15. And so I just, I kept meeting more and more people, and got on the permanent guest list of every club in town. And it was just, my life. Basically, Mike Ness, the lead singer for Social Distortion, became a close friend, and to this day he helps my kids write their papers in school. But it ended when punk got violent. Things got, people came in who weren't real punks. They just wanted to do damage, And I ended up in a couple riots and being maced, and and so I decided to have a baby. And my husband decided to go to law school. Typical punk,